All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol HYLN, Hyliion Holdings Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And I want you guys to be aware of the fact that I have a Twitter account now. The link will be down below. I'm going to use it to go ahead and discuss different topics on stocks that I'm watching, anything coming up on my screener, and just have further discussions on there so you guys can pass along the information. I tweet it, you comment down below. If you find value in it, you retweet it, and more investors will be aware. And also, I will go ahead and share notifications on videos that you may not get notified through YouTube. YouTube only allows me to notify on so many videos, and I make more videos than the allowed notified per day. So with Twitter, you guys can get a notification on those videos and the links in those tweets, and you guys can retweet it so that your friends and community as well can receive the insight and more investors are aware and equipped with these cues. So Hyliion Holdings Corp, big deal here. Keeps hitting around that $15 mark, right? We hit newer lows and it bounced right back. It's been doing this several times. We've seen it twice already, right? That's a good sign though. That's a really good sign that it's not breaking through that point and hitting newer lows. Above that is the $18 mark, and then we go back to before when it was SHLL. Who remembers when that was SHLL? What a hype, right? Running up. It fell down really fast right before the merger, and then it ran right back up, and then after that we've been seeing it going downhill. Pretty interesting. But Hyliion, a lot of people seem to agree with me. They need to build more revenue. I want to say thank you to those of you that stated, you know, some orders have been made and corrected me on that. I didn't know that they made orders. I thought that was just speculation and kind of like bringing hope to people and just some article or information that's just being thrown around. But if that's correct, thank you so much for sharing that. But I do believe most of you agree with me. They need to show some revenue and start proving that they can handle more orders, because that's probably another thing. They're so small that some people say they might not have the capacity load to go ahead and deliver what is expected and needed. But the innovation is pretty impressive. So Hyliion is right now pretty much below pre-merger run, right? Because $18 was the low before they started to consolidate and run up. So I would say that if this can come through with revenue in the near future, come up with a game plan to kind of make investors more excited and kind of know what's going on with Hyliion and what's their expectations moving forward, I believe that HYLN stock is there with the potential. The potential is there. But one thing is potential. Potential can sit around and not move. And the other thing is actually putting that potential to thrive and actually start making something happen. So potential's there. And it's almost like the whole theory of science. Potential energy is something is in the potential or in the state that can get into movement. And kinetic is actually moving after potential energy. But you first have to have potential energy before you can move. So it's good that it has potential, but we need to start seeing things move. Now, the warrants and a lot of other catalysts were holding this down. But very interesting. You know, we're below the $18 mark. We've hit the 15 twice. And it seems to be a good support level, right? 1537 and now 1530. In that area, it's not going any lower. If it was to break through any of those, that would be a big red flag for some investors, and for others, they will see it as opportunity. You know, there's always both sides of the spectrum and perspective, all depending on your due diligence and research and your conviction of a stock, and also your rationalization based off of your understanding, right, on how big a stock is or how disruptive it could be, right? And how much the potential you see is all different. But the lower this goes, the more we need to watch it and be careful. But for some investors, it won't be like that. It would be like, this is my opportunity to buy more. So there's both ends of the spectrum. I completely respect it, and it makes complete sense. For Hyliion, some people can definitely feel that this is opportunity right now. But I found it funny because two videos ago, which I kind of agree with that investor, is it's crazy to think that Nikola, the one that was like bashed the most, thrown down, is actually trading higher than Hyliion. And Hyliion, according to investor sentiment, has a better product and has better innovation and a better opportunity to grow in the eyes of investors than Nikola. Pretty interesting stuff that Nikola is trading higher. And then also Nikola got destroyed after that contract with GM not going through. I believe it was Nikola, if I'm not mistaken. If anybody wants to correct me on that, you're more than welcome to, but I believe it was Nikola, and that didn't go through, and so many other negative catalysts, but it's trading higher than Hyliion. Pretty interesting. But we need to watch these carefully. I mean, it's almost a year. It's going to be almost a year that these stocks have been in the market, and they started doing their thing. I mean, this came out the middle of last year, but I mean, 6 months are going to go by so fast that we won't even notice. And I would like to see where you guys see this 6 months from now. I know a lot of analysis are saying close to 20, high end of 26, 27, midway point 24. We'll have to see. Right now, according to analysis ratings and possible outcomes moving forward, this is at a discount, according to analysis. But, you can't always say, oh, analysis are saying this and analysts know what they're saying. You got to do your due diligence and research as well. But it's holding itself up really well above $15. We've seen it run up, touches like 19, comes right back down, and now we're building up again some momentum. So pretty interesting stuff. So let's see here our new resistance and our new support. So we're going to talk about the highest point before it started to fall, and we're going to talk about the lowest point reached in this fall, how it's slightly below the 50-day moving average and almost basically there. So let's see here. Our support is 1 cent below the 50-day moving average. So let's just jump in on both right here and let's kind of consolidate it. So 1593 is our support. The 50-day moving average is 1594. If support gets crossed, obviously both of them have been crossed. This could be on its way down to newer lows, and we need to watch carefully how this stock is reacting at this point. So the support level after that would be 1568. 1568 is our next support level in bearish territory, and the lowest part here in this leveling off before the run continued to cross the 50-day moving average into bullish territory. So I want every single investor to be aware that this is a very important point on the downward trend that we need to watch carefully. But right now, 1593 is the first support. It's in bearish territory, and it could start to hit newer lows, and we want to watch carefully how the stock is reacting and if the bulls are trying to reappear. So we're in a state right now of tug of war. Either the bulls reappear now and start pulling up, or the bears continue to tear down. We need to watch it closely. Now, resistance is 1661. If 1661 gets crossed, this could be on its way up to newer highs, new resistance levels, and it needs to be broken through by the bulls. We are in bullish territory. To stay in bullish territory and not have the 50-day moving average catch up to the price, 1661 needs to be broken through by the bulls to reach new highs, new resistance levels, and get deeper into bullish territory. I want every single investor to be aware of this. 1661 definitely needs to be broken through. If that's accomplished, the next resistance level would be up here at 1708, and then we would have other resistance levels to look at to see moving forward. But right now, we're at 1610. The bulls need to maintain momentum. If not, this could start to pull back in the downward direction. And for them to pull away from the 50-day moving average deeper into bullish territory. They want to cross this resistance and turn it into a support, 1661. So those of you that have stayed to this point, don't forget the link to my Twitter is down below. I highly suggest and recommend joining, especially if you're a subscriber and viewer, frequent viewer, because there you'll receive notifications as well on many different information and on videos that may not be sent and notified through YouTube. And the stock that I wanted you guys to stay tuned for, it is Walgreens, WBA. If you want to start doing your due diligence, you're more than welcome to. But if you're really interested in knowing more about it, I did a full video on it. I will be posting it later today. You won't receive a notification. So one way to go ahead and stay tuned is keep reloading my recent uploads or come back in a few hours to my page. Or you can make it easier by commenting down below. How do you feel about Hyliion, or anything that I've stated, or anything you want to state down below? Piggyback off of what I say, or comment on anything that I stated, or share something that you feel about Hyliion, or just your position and your outlook. And by commenting, I will comment back and I will share with you the link to that video more in depth about Walgreens. Or you can comment down below, what are your thoughts on Walgreens? Like, did you even see that one coming, or did it catch you by surprise? I go into more detail in the video, some interesting stuff. You may agree with it or disagree with it, but it's going to be very informative, and I don't want you guys to miss out on it. Put Walgreens WBA to your watch list and stay tuned for that video. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.